Hey, what's up you guys? It's Zach with PCBros. Here we are, another Call of Duty game. That means the year is coming to a close, and it feels like not too long ago I was doing a video on Black Ops 6. Well, now we're on Black Ops 7. Although I know this won't be game of the year, and this is for sure not the most popular, there's still going to be a lot of people wanting to play it, whether it's for the zombies or the new campaign that looks interesting. So let me break down the minimum specs and then show you some PCs that might work for you, and I'm going to be doing some benchmarks so you can see exactly how the game's going to be playing. Right here on Call of Duty's official website, if you scroll down, you see this nice little chart here. This does not look too different from last year's, where recommended is still 8 gigs of VRAM. These specs here are no surprise. My guess is this game is basically the exact same engine and everything is Black Ops 6. So when building or buying a pre-built this holiday season, make sure you have at least 8 gigs. I'm going to have two different benchmarks for this video, one with the recommended and then going all out with a beast PC to show you what this would look like. So I think this will be more 1080p, maybe low 1440, but we'll check out some options here on PCBros.tech. Right here on the top, we have a list of all of our PCs, including our one-offs, which you'll see with the black background. And then these on the set are our staple builds that come with free shipping. And right now we have discounted a lot of the one-off PCs, and these staple builds right here are built to order. So right when you order one, we get started on building it, and usually gets to you pretty fast. So if you order now, it will definitely get here before the holiday season, but don't wait too long for sure. But we also do have a November/Black Friday sale going on right now, where every single PC order that you make right now comes with our PCBros cleaning kit, as well as the extra large mouse mat to get you started on your PC gaming journey. On the top here, we have on most expensive to decreasing price. So this most expensive one right here with the 5070 is one I'm going to be testing for the higher end portion of this video. But then the recommended specs one right here is the one I'm going to be testing first. And this is actually almost identical, slightly worse even than our Plus streamer build here that has a better CPU. And this one also comes with free shipping and the 1-year warranty. And most of our PCs, if you go to the bottom, have benchmark videos like embedded, and then you can see what games we benchmarked here. And this PC is just that little extra bit better with the CPU, where this might actually be a great choice if you're looking to get into the new Call of Duty, as well as Battlefield, as well as Arc Raiders, and all these new popular games coming out. I might do a benchmark on this again, updating some of these. But let's take a look at the PC I was just looking at, which is this one right here with the Intel i3 14100F in the RX 9060 XT. This is still a really good build, sub $1,000. Now shipping is not included in this one, so depending on where you're at, it might be a little bit more. But this build also includes 16 gigs of RAM, is DDR5, but I would recommend, if possible, doing 32 for COD. We're gonna see how that performs here in a second. And it does have 1 terabyte and a Segotab 650 watt 80 plus gold power supply. This was our old version of that same staple, but we have upgraded it, upgraded the case since then. As you can see, we have our little PCBros sticker here in the basement, but this is not a bad PC at all to start. And if you're looking for more of a budget to mid-range option to be able to play Call of Duty, this is probably the minimum I would go to make sure you can actually have an enjoyable experience. But today I'm not really going to show you how to build these PCs. I'm just going to show you how they perform to help you when shopping this holiday season on what PC might fit better for you, because these one-offs usually go really fast. By next week these could be gone and some new ones will be up. But if you're not interested in one of our pre-builts, we also offer a custom PC consultation where we can build you exactly what you're looking for, depending on if you want to do content creating, streaming, just playing a specific game. We can help you plan out a full build and then even build it and ship it to you for a fee as well. Usually the build fees are only a couple of $100 more than building it yourself. And we usually have a full itemized receipt breaking down the cost of everything, but you can see some very cool custom builds that we have done over the past past years, and this is still one of our most popular options yet because it is not mandatory for us to build it. You can just pay for the advice. We give you all the specs and stuff that you need in the links, and then you can build it yourself too if that's something you're interested in. But right now with part increases, pre-builds are not a bad option. So let's go ahead and check out that first one and how it performs in COD. So starting off with the more budget PC on Call of Duty Zombies, this is the survival mode on farm. We are in 1440p. This is balanced preset with FSR3, and it is doing very well. It is very smooth here, getting about 130 FPS. Now you might notice screen tearing. That is a capture card issue because it's pretty locked at 60 Hertz. Usually bothers me when benchmarking, but is not a representation of how the PC is actually running. And this is no frame gen. I do recommend, especially on the recommended settings or anything more budget, mid-range, FSR3 or DLSS is going to be a great tool to really get an even better performance out of this game. This game runs pretty much the exact same as Black Ops 6. No surprise there. The zombie mode was actually really smooth, and it is a smaller map. I still feel like for right about $1,000 is the sweet spot if you want to play this game and still have a really enjoyable experience. Because of these GPUs having nice upscaling technologies now, it's very easy to get these games running well, and this game is pretty well optimized. There was absolutely no weird stutters, drops. Even when we move to multiplayer here, we're getting a higher FPS, and everything is just buttery smooth. I kind of felt like the multiplayer felt pretty good. Overall, the experience I've had, a more budget to mid-range PC, is just as good as the high-end PC. With this high-end PC, I did go to no upscaling, so native resolution. So it just looked way smoother too. And I believe this is high setting, and it is just absolutely cooking. DLSS was kind of glitching out, which is something that I'm going to fix later. So I would have turned DLSS on and tried to max out the settings, but for sake of getting this video out on time, that was just causing me more issues because it was not wanting me to update the latest driver on the GeForce experience. But this is 1440p too. There is no doubt that this PC can just max out this game and probably still run really well with DLSS. I think DLSS 4 is what is supported here on the new COD. So if you do end up wanting to go the high-end route, absolutely can do it and have a beautiful 1440p maxed out setting experience that's going to look beautiful, because even though this game is probably the worst rated Call of Duty so far based on hearing all of the opinions online this weekend, it's still a pretty looking game. And I remember playing Black Ops 6 and I really liked Terminus. I just think that dark atmosphere with ray tracing lighting and stuff and zombies looks really cool. But I'm also just a zombie fan at heart, so I have a soft spot for it, even though I have no clue what the hell is going on in the story of the zombies anymore. I still like to give it a try, even though they Warzone-ified zombies. But I'm losing track here. But this video is not about that. It's about these two PCs and helping you decide which one will work best for you and your needs, depending on what your budget is too. If you are going a mid-range PC, that might actually be the best option because it still performs very well. You're still getting into 1440p for a fraction of the cost, and this game's so well optimized that you don't need the latest hardware. Now, if you are looking into that higher budget and want an epic PC that can play this game and everything else that you want to throw at it on high settings, and you're a settings fiend, and I think as long as you're not getting the PC just for this game, it could be worth it. But we have both of these options on the website, and if they happen to sell already by the time this video is dropped or by the time you're seeing it, don't forget we do have a custom build service, and we have some great staples to choose from as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what game you want me to test next, and I'll see you all on the next one.